That dude did something for me, brother. I get emotional talking about it, bro. Like, I really needed it at the time. I don't get in what everybody else be having to say. I don't get nobody business. I don't judge people what they do. I judge people how they do me. Man, bro, I'll never forget that, bro. I just want to see him and give him $15,000, bro.
Like, you can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not in the store. It's different.
Katt Williams recently faced a wave of criticism after revealing harsh realities about the entertainment industry during a podcast appearance. Following his candid revelations, comedians began targeting him, putting his safety at risk. Despite the backlash, Boosie Badass has emerged as a supporter of Katt Williams. It's reported that Boosie has sent strong messages to those attempting to cancel the comedian, standing by his side during this challenging time. So amidst this situation, Boosie is sharing insights into his connection with Katt Williams and explaining his decision to refrain from commenting on the comedian's widely circulated interview. As previously reported by The Shade Room, Williams engaged in an exclusive conversation with Shannon Sharpe, which was released on YouTube. In the course of the conversation, Williams didn't hold back, taking shots at several fellow comedians and celebrities. Notably, he accused Kevin Hart of being an industry plant and labeled Ludacris as being affiliated with the Illuminati, among other examples. Katt Williams has emerged as a prominent whistleblower, fearlessly unveiling concealed truths lurking beneath the glossy facade of the Hollywood industry. His persistent and unwavering determination to expose these eye-opening revelations is sending shockwaves throughout the entertainment world.
And the fact of the matter is, we watched this nigga get murdered right in front of our own face. And nigga knew it was finna happen. He told us, and we didn't know.
Alongside his disclosures regarding the purported conspiracy surrounding Michael Jackson's death, Katt Williams has also been outspoken about challenging the representation of Black actors donning feminine attire within the entertainment industry.
It might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a Black guy in a dress. Okay, well.
Unwavering in his willingness to explore controversial topics that may unsettle certain individuals, Katt Williams has boldly confronted issues that appear to have garnered disapproval from specific factions within the industry. Several incidents suggest that Hollywood may be deliberately attempting to distance itself from Katt, perhaps in reaction to his steadfast and unyielding stance on these issues.
Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16.
You often hear that truly understanding the inner workings of an industry requires firsthand experience. Comedian Katt Williams recently provided some intriguing insights that shed light on this notion. Williams hinted at significant revelations concerning many Black artists' careers.
Those are just facts, sir.
How many is that total?
9.
So you've done 9
Yeah.
filmed comedy stand-up specials.
Without ever getting financed or having a deal.
Katt's disclosure about his former idol might be surprising to some, but the subsequent revelation is even more shocking. He asserted that Steve Harvey, a favorite among many, has purportedly made a deal involving his soul with Hollywood.
I think Steve Harvey some stand-up man. No, I'm kiss this old girl who owned TV One. He used to kiss her. That's how he had the radio.
So as reported by Hot New Hip Hop, Boosie recently went live on Instagram and shared his thoughts on Katt Williams' widely discussed interview. The rapper expressed that he had no comments to make regarding the Katt Williams situation during the live session. "I don't know nothing about that," he explained. "I know that he a real end to me." Boosie elaborated on a specific incident where, upon his release from jail, he found himself with nothing. During that challenging time, Katt Williams extended a genuine gesture of support by inviting Boosie to his concert with front row seats. After the event, Williams surprised Boosie with a generous gift of $15,000. Boosie recounted that many celebrities had rallied for his release with the Free Boosie campaign, but their support waned once he was out of jail.
I got a call that morning. He had a show that night in New Orleans. This is when I first came home from prison. And he got in touch with my people.
However, Katt Williams stood out for Boosie as someone who went beyond mere vocal support. Reflecting on the unexpected $15,000 gift, Boosie emphasized that it was a sincere and heartfelt gesture, highlighting that he didn't even know Williams at the time. This act of kindness left a lasting impression on Boosie, and he expressed gratitude, stating that he would never forget Williams' generosity. Boosie first shared his encounter with Katt Williams during an interview with DJ Vlad, with the initial segment released on YouTube on December 15, 2023. Subsequently, on January 7th, the platform released a clip featuring Boosie recounting his interaction with Williams. In the interview, Boosie expressed his intention to reciprocate Williams' kindness, stating, "Whenever I see him, I'm going to give him whatever's in my pocket." Boosie went on to describe the spontaneous exchange, explaining that as he was about to leave in his car, Williams approached him with a towel secured by a rubber band. Mimicking a throwing motion, Boosie illustrated how Williams swiftly handed him the bundle and returned to the arena without allowing Boosie to express his gratitude. Boosie's friend then handed the bundle back to him, revealing that it contained all $100 bills, totaling $15,000.
Called me backstage, treated me like a king, man, and didn't give me nothing right then. I was getting in my car, pulling off.
This is more than just a statement. He expressed his position precisely when Katt needed support the most, indicating that he cautioned those comedians advocating for Katt's cancellation. Undoubtedly, Katt Williams is widely recognized as one of the funniest comics of his generation, celebrated for his unfiltered humor and dynamic performances in hit stand-up specials. Despite his talent and status among Hollywood's comedy elites, Williams hasn't attained the same level of mainstream exposure as some of his peers. A supporter noted, "Unlike Kevin Hart, he hasn't embraced leading roles in blockbuster movies, and he doesn't host a show like Steve Harvey." Being hopeless, he once even said, "I'm just going to go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up. I'm kind of done. I've already discussed it with my kids. I wasn't really going to do it on a Seattle street. I was going to Los Angeles and do it in the offices of ICM or Live Nation." For a while, there were rumors suggesting that Williams had been blacklisted from the industry, prompting inquiries into why he hadn't reached the same level of success as figures such as Steve Harvey. It's noteworthy that Williams and Harvey have had a strained relationship for over a decade, and there appears to be a substantial reason behind their ongoing discord.
Well, to be honest with you, Frankie, I didn't know nothing about this concept. When the promoter told me about it in October, I shot it down, because that ain't how I've ever promoted a show.
To trace the origins of their feud, we must revisit December 2008 when Katt Williams publicly criticized Steve Harvey before a Christmas season show. This incident marked the initiation of their conflict, which has endured for over a decade. It's worth noting that both Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have been involved in disagreements with other comedians, and this particular instance was no exception. Even one of his fans wrote, "I haven't liked Steve Harvey anyway, so this just confirms my feelings. I do trust Katt, though. He delivers messages with such wisdom, and I just feel in my gut he's the real deal. He's definitely one of my favorites." Another one added, "Katt is solid at battle comedy. Steve is household, but household doesn't usually mean funny. Household means you're big and funny enough for them to take a bet on you. You won't venture too far off the plantation with your act, and your stature makes you hard to argue against even if you are wrong. Katt is like an Italian sports car. His humor is fast and maneuverable. He's like Ali, he hits and move. Given a choice, I'd rather fight with Steve more than Katt." The origin of their feud can be traced back to a bold public challenge by Katt Williams. He confidently declared that he could outshine Steve Harvey and seize the title of the King of Comedy during an upcoming New Year's Eve show where both comedians were slated as headliners. Reportedly,
Now, I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the record straight.
Jamie Foxx became entangled in this conflict as well. At the time, Fox, working as a radio host, aired a clip of Katt Williams dissing Steve Harvey, likely intensifying the feud between the two comedians. Williams, addressing their joint comedy gig, remarked, "I want to apologize for what's going to happen, but the second that you get on stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy. Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. It is what it is, so I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them." In response to the aired clip, Steve Harvey called into the radio show, expressing his bewilderment regarding the entire situation.
I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I toured with the Kings. I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time.
However, when the highly anticipated event unfolded, Katt Williams took the stage with gusto, launching verbal jabs at Steve Harvey's comedy reputation while also playfully poking fun at his attire and hairstyle. Addressing the crowd, Williams likely peppered his performance with sharp and humorous remarks about Harvey. He quipped, "Please give it up for Steve Harvey. He's one of the best we've ever had. But he don't want no parts of this in no shape or form. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on these expletive tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 minutes, but won't talk about me the way I'm getting ready to talk about his expletive made expletive." Katt Williams' journey to fame and fortune wasn't handed to him on a silver platter. He painstakingly built his comedic empire from the ground up, starting in Avondale, Cincinnati. He refined his craft by performing stand-up comedy in various venues across the country, from the lively streets of Oklahoma to the vibrant stages of Oakland. Fearlessly, Katt delivered his routines, perfecting his unique style through hard work and dedication.
And act like ain't happened. You in the middle of a goddamn meeting. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the movie with you, and then we're gonna go back.
Shifting the focus to Steve Harvey, he is widely recognized as a devoted family man who places a significant emphasis on his loved ones. However, Katt Williams reportedly contends that Harvey is merely a charlatan, concealing his genuine self behind a carefully constructed facade for an extended period. According to Katt, opinions about Steve's comedic abilities vary significantly depending on the source, adding complexity to their relationship dynamics and influencing the public perception of Harvey's image.
You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed that you get off.
Indeed, Katt Williams has established a reputation not just for his comedic prowess, but also as a prominent whistleblower in Hollywood. He has consistently been outspoken about various issues and controversies within the entertainment industry, shedding light on matters that are frequently left unspoken or overlooked.
At least excuse himself, go to the bathroom or something.
According to Katt Williams, Steve Harvey's public image may not be as positive as it appears to some. Depending on who you talk to, Harvey is either celebrated as one of the funniest individuals on the planet or viewed as a celebrity with a less than stellar reputation. Williams has asserted that Harvey has some skeletons in his closet, including rumors of mistreatment towards his staff. Persistent rumors have circulated regarding the renowned comedian and talk show host not treating his staff well. Furthermore, after his talk show relocated to Los Angeles, Harvey allegedly sent a controversial memo to his new staff, making demands typically associated with tour writers. These allegations have contributed to the existing tension between the two comedians.
And I could not find a way to walk from the stage to my dressing room, to sit in my makeup chair, to walk from my dressing room to the stage.
In the leaked memo, Steve further wrote, "My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who have the intent to see or speak to me. I want all the ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment. I have been taken advantage of by my lenient policy in the past. This ends now. No more. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell." Steve Harvey defended himself by asserting that the controversial memo was an attempt to secure more free time during his day. He explained that the memo was sent to address what he perceived as a too lenient open-door policy that had been in place during his show's run in Chicago. Harvey reiterated this defense a few days later while discussing the leaked letter with Entertainment Tonight. "Look, man, I'm in my makeup chair. They walk in the room. I'm having lunch. They walk in. They don't knock," he continued. "I'm in the hallway. I'm getting ambushed by people with friends that come to the show and having me sign this and do this. I just said, wait a minute. And in hindsight, I probably should have handled it a little bit differently." Katt Williams appears to have legitimate reasons for his grievances against Steve Harvey. In November 2015, the Think Like a Man author faced a lawsuit for allegedly reneging on plans to lease a private jet. This occurred after over $400,000 worth of renovations had been initiated, reportedly at Harvey's request. The requested enhancements included custom carpet, a reconfiguration of the interior cabin from 16 seats to 14 seats, custom seat design, and new upper and lower cabin sidewalls, according to TMZ reports.
According to a private jet company, he did not pay the bill.
This is a fabulous story.
After they customized the hell out of the thing for him.
Williams has also alleged that Harvey, who starred as a high school music teacher on 1996's The Steve Harvey Show, lifted the premise of his show from comedian Mark Curry. Curry starred as teacher Mark Cooper on the sitcom Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, which debuted in 1992. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had, Williams said. Now, Steve got a sitcom where he's the principal and he wears a suit. Moreover, Williams also shared a perplexing experience where he felt uneasy due to what he perceived as advances from Diddy. The narrative begins with Williams attending a party at Diddy's extravagant mansion, expecting a night of socializing with fellow celebrities. However, the evening took an unexpected twist when Williams observed an unusual aspect. There were no women in attendance, only men.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way know why they take it the wrong way.
Feeling uneasy, Williams attempted to leave, but Diddy persistently pursued him, making suggestive comments and even offering a suspicious drink. Sensing the situation, Williams declined the drink and firmly expressed his lack of interest in Diddy's advances. In his own words, Williams emphasized his stance, regardless of Diddy's wealth, fame, or power. "I am not gay, and I am not going to sleep with you." However, his rejection appeared to shock and offend Diddy, who resorted to trying to intimidate Williams by threatening to harm his career. Undeterred, Williams stood his ground, emphasizing that he had nothing to fear. Eventually, Williams managed to find an exit from the party, putting the unsettling encounter behind him. His decision to disclose this experience stemmed from a desire to illuminate the darker facets of the entertainment industry and caution aspiring artists about whom they place their trust in. Williams made it clear that his concern wasn't with anyone's S, but rather with feeling harassed and pressured into something he didn't desire. He underscored the importance of respecting boundaries and emphasized the significance of consent, irrespective of gender or orientation. "I respect everyone's right to love whoever they want to love, but I also respect my right to say no thank you," Williams stated emphatically. In concluding his narrative, Williams emphasized that neither money nor fame should override personal boundaries. His story serves as a reminder that in any circumstance, consent matters, and no one should feel compelled to do something they're not comfortable with, regardless of their status or influence. Undoubtedly, Katt Williams may have experienced shifts in his Hollywood relationships, potentially losing some friends and perhaps gaining a few adversaries. Reportedly, Boosie has also confronted Diddy for his misbehavior with Katt. However, he found himself in another controversy. During a moment where Tyson boldly declared he would engage in certain actions until others liked him, delivered with a straight face, whispers about his S orientation circulated. Although many initially dismissed the incident, questions resurfaced when Tyson confronted Boosie about his own S preferences, prompting renewed speculation about Tyson's personal life.
He's a really small guy, but really nice guy. I'm talking to him, and so 2 days go by, 3 days go by.
Boosie Badass found himself in a challenging situation when he appeared on the podcast Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, igniting a series of rumors. In the course of the broadcast, the ex-professional boxer took the opportunity to address the Louisiana rapper's recent transphobic comments directed at Dwyane Wade's daughter, Zaya. Tyson confronted Boosie, questioning why he felt compelled to engage in a topic that was seemingly unrelated to him. "Why do you say things about people who might be HS?" Tyson asked, clearly misunderstanding that being trans is not the same thing as being gay. "Why do you say that about them? Do you feel there's a possibility that you're a HS, and by disrespecting them, you further yourself from being a HS?" he asked. "I'm thinking you may like HS." Badass responded, "No, I'm straight as an arrow." "If you're straight, then why do you offend people?" Tyson replied. Badass said, "I really commented on Dwyane Wade's situation because I got offended because it's a child. That's why I really got offended, you know. If it was a mother F 19-year-old, 18-year-old, grown person, I probably wouldn't have, I know I wouldn't have said anything." Boosie claimed that he believed a child should just stay a child, and that he wasn't old enough to make decisions about his S orientation at the age of 12. He continued, "That's just how I feel, and certain things I talk about, I just felt like that was going too far. You calling him a her, that's going too far. At 12 years old." Tyson responded by saying, "I agree with you 100% me. I agree with you right, but check this out. Who the F am I to say anything? What I think don't mean a MF thing." Boosie eventually admitted that he needs to shut the F up on occasion, but he added that he stands by his earlier claims regarding Wade's child. Opinions on Tyson's defense of Boosie varied, with some seeing it as a justified response on behalf of those who felt personally attacked, considering Boosie's controversial remarks. Conversely, others argued that Tyson might have been defending a minority group against Boosie's perceived transphobic comments. Boosie faced significant criticism for his remarks concerning Zaya Wade, the transgender daughter of Dwyane Wade, which were widely condemned as transphobic. The Wade family openly expressed their support for Zaya's transition, but Boosie took to Instagram, pleading with Dwyane Wade not to allow Zaya to become a girl. "Don't cut his off, bruh," he said in a video at the time. Like, bruh, for real, if he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bruh. Don't dress him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his FD off, Dwayne Wade. Boosie's recent derogatory comments towards Zaya Wade were just the latest in a series of hateful remarks he has made against the LGBTQ community over the past few years. Public backlash was significant, with the majority urging Boosie to respect the privacy of the young girl and her family.
They're trying to make everybody gay. That's what I think. They're putting it on our culture. They're putting it on.
In contrast, Mike Tyson garnered praise for his willingness to address Boosie's hate speech. Many in the general public found Tyson's actions admirable, especially considering Tyson's own journey of self-discovery and struggles with a tragic and hateful history. Tyson opened up about his personal experiences on TMZ Live, revealing, "I used to be Boosie." This admission not only hinted at Tyson's understanding of Boosie's mindset, but also shed light on Tyson's own complex relationship with his S, acknowledging that he too had once grappled with self-hatred. It was a poignant moment where Tyson shared his evolution and connected it to Boosie's own experiences, suggesting a path towards growth and understanding. So this proves that what Katt was talking about Diddy was true. He not even talked about Diddy, but Pastor TD Jake too. We all know Diddy concluded 2023 on a rather challenging note. The bad boy entertainment mogul found himself entangled in a series of accusations, ranging from R and ST to A. This followed a lawsuit settlement with his ex-girlfriend Cassie.
These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody...
Even preacher TD Jakes faced a downturn. Unverified TikTok accounts implicated the senior pastor of the Potter's House, alleging his attendance at Diddy's alleged S parties. Furthermore, his S came under scrutiny. When questioned about potential fear of being blackballed in Hollywood, Williams offered a straightforward response, saying, "What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything." Discussing Diddy and TD Jakes, he remarked, "All these individuals with questionable behavior are facing challenges in 2024. It's a reckoning for everyone, whether you're Diddy or anyone else. TD Jakes or any of them, all falsehoods will be laid bare, that's it. And those who misinterpret it, well, they know why. The truth is the light." In a different context, Oprah Winfrey has openly discussed her challenging moments, acknowledging Bishop TD Jakes for being instrumental in helping her through what she describes as one of the lowest points in her life. According to Katt Williams, both Oprah and Tyler Perry are also involved in ruining his career. Bishop TD Jakes shared a sermon titled "Save the Scraps," and Oprah, with her substantial following of 34 million on Twitter, retweeted the message, expressing how the sermon had helped her during a difficult time. In her tweet, she shared, "This sermon helped me when I was at my lowest." Jakes' sermon delved into the theme of patiently waiting for God to structure things appropriately before bestowing miraculous blessings, emphasizing the importance of personal preparation to receive the magnitude of what God has in store. The best miracles in your life take time to not be driven by hunger or need or necessity. Sometimes you've got to get yourself structured and in order so that you're ready to receive the magnitude of what God has for you, Jakes conveyed in the sermon. Oprah Winfrey, a long-standing admirer of Jakes, has publicly expressed her respect for him on multiple occasions. Prior to the release of her TV church drama Greenleaf earlier this year, Winfrey consulted with Jakes to seek his blessing and assure him that the series was not inspired by him, his family, or his congregation. During a May Q&A session with the media, Winfrey shared insights from her conversation with Jakes, stating, "I spoke to TD Jakes and said, I just want you to know I'm doing a show about a megachurch, and the only resemblance to you is that our main character is called Bishop, and you're a bishop." He said, "I'm happy to hear that because I've heard some things about it." Winfrey emphasized her profound respect for the church and assured Jakes that she would not do anything to disrespect it. In Oprah Winfrey's series Greenleaf, penned by Craig Wright, the script revolves around the dysfunction within the church and the family of Bishop James Greenleaf. Despite the focus on the flaws within the church and its members, Oprah stressed her deep connection to the Black church, stating, "I am who I am, sitting here today because of the Black church." During discussions with Bishop TD Jakes before the show's release, Oprah clarified that the series was not based on Jakes or his congregation. Instead, it aimed to explore the complexities and imperfections imperfections within the church. She conveyed this to Jakes, saying, "It has nothing to do with you." And he said, "All right, can you send me a ticket?" And if Oprah is so supportive to Jakes, people are suggesting that she and Diddy might have demeaned Katt. Moreover, Katt Williams doesn't hold back his disdain for Diddy and his infamous parties. During his appearance on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast, around the 1 hour 43 minutes and 0 seconds mark, Williams discussed Dave Chappelle's decision to walk away from $50 million, indicating that it wasn't even close to what he himself had turned down. Williams claimed to have rejected $50 million on 4 separate occasions in his career, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about, right? Because P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. This sudden shift to diss Diddy coincides with the mogul facing legal issues, being sued by 4 women, including his ex-girlfriend Cassie, over allegations of SA, with a settlement reached in the latter case. You gotta tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely, Williams continued. In an earlier part of the interview, he took pride in having navigated Hollywood without compromising his integrity, stating, "Getting this far in Hollywood and still having a virgin a-hole and never sucking a pee." Later in the chat, Katt Williams took another shot at Diddy. "When I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have because I know how blessed I am," he stated. "If I look at it, I got it." That's how Diddy be feeling. His remark elicited laughter from Shannon Sharpe. Now, whoever has tried to demean Katt is now being confronted by Boosie. With that, this is the end of our video. See you in the next video. Until the goodbye.